Okay, we are back again. So you were saying something about the preventing back injuries,
Yeah,
right?
it's about. I think it's about there. I believe like if you always work your flexibility, always having making sure, some areas of your hip, of your body, of your torso, you're always very flexible. Sometimes how much bottom you play, what type of guard you play, all right. You lift, you don't lift. If you lift right. So it's a combination of something of things you can do to definitely to making sure in few years you're not gonna have a back problem. But a lot of times if you're not doing certain things, yes, playing so long around the bottom, not lifting at all, or lifting wrong, and then sometimes it's almost no way you're gonna have something, all right, something on your back for sure. So you have to try and work in your core the best way as possible. That way it can help you to at least have that area strong to make you feel less.
True. Cool. So, coach, anything you? Okay. One more question. What kind of weight exercise do you prefer?
I really like pull-ups, right? I think pull-ups is a very very strong exercise, great for jiu-jitsu. It's simple. You can have pull-ups at home, all right. Some people they don't like to go to a gym to do certain things, but you definitely can have good results having a pull-up at home, push up, and then something heavy to hold to do squats and or even air squats. But I think pull-ups you'll be one of the most important, tools, all right, if you have a pull-up bar at home to work on your back, work on your arms, all right, to help you on your training or to help you at least to feel, to make you looking good.
That's true. And so most of the so he hates pull up. He said most of the people. I don't know why. I really like pull ups, and it helps really with the strength, overall body strength and all, especially with the arms, holding gi and all.
Yeah.
But most of the people hates pull ups. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think pull up is like you have to have practice, all right? So it's hard to love pull up right away in the first day because you see some people doing like a 20 pull ups, and then you kind of like 2, 3, and then you feel, oh, man, I'm stuck on doing pull up. But in some point you start practicing. Some point you put this as a big routine, and then you don't have to be the king of pull up, but as long as you have a good form, as long as you do a couple sets a week, couple reps a day, all right. I think it is something you can do every day if you want. So maybe you can do 3 or 4 times a week if you want. But I think it's a huge part of any, like if you see anyone, any type of training, if you want to do a soccer player, if you want to be a soccer player, if you want to be a gymnast, so you're always going to have some type of pull up involved during the preparation.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think pull up is a huge thing, and then it's important people, jiu-jitsu players, start liking pull up a lot for sure.
Yeah, it's doesn't have to be like big number in one time or something. I'm always telling them you can take like round figures. So for example, take 20 and you finish it, maybe doing one at a time, that's okay, but finish 20, something like that.
Yeah,
It can work for
you
you
don't have
also.
to go crazy, but as long as you understand this will be important for you, and in some point, by the time your body start getting more comfortable, and then you see yourself, all right, doing more pull-ups and then doing sets. But in the beginning, it doesn't have to be like everybody. You know what I mean? You follow your own thing. All right, okay, I'm gonna do one pull-up a day. All right, I'm gonna do 2 pull-ups a day. I'm gonna do 3 a day. I'm gonna do 5 a day. Now I'm gonna be doing 10 times, 3 days a week. You know what I mean? And then you just feel easier and easier. And in some point, you create some changing grips, putting weights on your heels. You start, doing burpees together, combining push-ups. You know what I mean? So you having chance to definitely get. I remember when I was younger, and I didn't have so much access to lifting, and then just going to a place and do pull-ups and dips and push-ups was a great exercise for any kid, like all your kids you have there. 11, 12, 13 years old, they all can do pull-ups. They all can do push-ups. They all can be at home doing sets and sets of push-ups, because a kid like their age start doing push-ups and pull-ups now, by the time he gets the 20s, he's going to be doing competition of pull-ups. It's going to be so easy for them.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
it's different when someone older, 30, 40, all right, carrying already a big belly, start doing pull-ups. All right, it's not easy. The guy, arms that thin, you know, and belly that big, and it would be almost impossible. So you're gonna have to lose some weight first. You're gonna have to start doing all preparation, some push-ups, maybe even like a pull-ups with help. All right, easy grip. But for kids, nice and then skinny kids with a lot of energy, putting him to the pull-up. You know what I mean? And believe me, that kid is gonna be a monster.
Yeah, that's the thing, and it doesn't have to be that difficult, because there are ways to do that. If you cannot do pull up, just keep yourself hanging as long
Yeah.
as you can, and
Develop
you can do like,
develop the resistance first, you know, stay for a couple of seconds, you know what I mean? And then you can have,
yeah,
what the thing is,
exactly,
some people, they
exactly.
are shy, you know, to showing to other people, oh, I'm not able to do much. I'm not able to hanging for a longer time because everybody's doing. So when you worry so much about that, you block, you know, yourself to evolving. And that's one of the bad part, you know what I mean? So you have to not really care about this and thinking about you improving. At some point, you're gonna be doing well, all right? And then it doesn't have to be like everybody. Doing well for yourself, man. I used to do only one, now I do 10 a day. Imagine 7 days a week, do 10 pull-ups a day. You know what I mean? So and eating well and start running, all right, 3 times a week. And then some point, all right, enjoy. Now you have energy to play soccer with your friends. You have energy to go more to jiu-jitsu. You have energy sometimes to study or working more, just because you're treating yourself better.
True, that's true. And so, coach, how do you suggest for us, like, what should we focus more on, or how should our jiu-jitsu training looks like right now in quarantine? What should we like take? What kind of approach?
I believe, you know what I mean, if people have the access to, you know, dummies, all right, or maybe a brother, all right, if you guys can working on repetitions, working on just simple drills, just because we have to
Mm-hmm.
understand we all gonna be having our jiu-jitsu off a little bit. All right. I think one of the most important things for us right now is keep ourselves more flexible, keep ourselves in okay shape. I think if we're able to maintain
True.
there, you know, running, lifting, stretching, all right. If you guys have a huge yoga background over there, you know, I'd love to see all you guys doing a lot of yoga, all right, doing a lot of yoga, you know what I
True.
mean? And then, you know what I mean? And then in another part of the day or another part of the week, you know, go out for a run. How's the weather there? The weather there is good.
Oh, right now it's becoming hot, around 45 degrees in the day.
45 degrees. My gosh, it's hot, huh?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
hot.
So even if you decide to run, you have to run it in a earlier or late at the day. But the jiu-jitsu always gonna be going down a little bit, all right? Because no access to the gyms, to the good partners. But as long as you keep yourself in shape and motivate, I think that's the way to go. It's hard to tell for people, hey, go train your arm bar, go train your sweep, go train your takedown. All right. Some people maybe can have access, you know, or maybe have a brother, you know, same age, knows jiu-jitsu as well, or maybe your father. You imagine I'm 16, my father trained, and then we train with each other. Great, but not everybody have that same scenario, right? So as long as you keep yourself motivated, as long as you find something to do with your body, all right, that's
That's
all
true.
jiu-jitsu. I think yoga will be the way to go, at least 3 times a week for sure. And then the other days, find
Mm-hmm.
something to stay busy. You know what I mean? Like go run, go lift, go so much workouts online today that you can do. Some workouts can be towards to martial arts, some workouts more for fitness, but do something fun with kettlebells, with body weight. But as long as you go into that direction, I believe your way to connect with Jiu-Jitsu when you come back, you'll be a little easier.
Cool, coach. That's really good advice. So, one more question. What do you suggest for a working person who wants to go to combat sports? So this guy wants to do MMA, but he's working professional. He has a job.
So look, MMA is not easy, all right? And then a person with that reality can be even in a tougher situation because you have your day job where you do some hours, imagine 8-10 hours a day, and then you have to find time for training, all right? Partners where they can help you to improve, right? So a guy like that, they have to be they have to have a routine where he can see himself doing all that, because other than that become very tough. Sometimes train in the morning, you know what I mean, and then go work during the day. After that, just 1 second here.
Yeah.
Hold on. Sorry, my dog was watching someone outside. So I believe for you know, with him, he definitely gonna have to create a routine for him with like a training in the morning, training at night. It'll be a very, very long day for him. But if it's a big dream, it's doable. All right. I heard a lot of different guys in Brazil, United States, they have jobs during the day and then fight. And by the time the fight start picking up and he start making money, he decided to quit his day job to focus on fight. All right. He have to see how is the reality, you know, in his country, all right, with MMA. So he can make a living with MMA. He can make money, or he have to move to a different country, all right, you know, to make a living with MMA. Because if he's doing that, all right, maybe it's possible, maybe it's not possible. So it's a tricky thing because some countries, they don't have MMA so established, all right? So even if you're a good fighter, so it's hard to find events to pay you, you know, to make a living. So you have to continue to work and train, but in some point after a couple of years, that's going to make you very tired. So it's important you making sure, okay, I'm going to do my first 2 years in India as a fighter, but after 2 years, I'm going to save money and I'm going to move to Europe, or I'm going to move to US, and I'm going to give myself 3 years, all right, to try sign with a big event. If I don't sign, I'm going to come back to my country and do this and do that. So he have to put a time, all right, in his life to making sure he can accomplish things. And then by the time he accomplishes things, he can see himself moving forward. Other than that, it's hard to live a life where you want to be a fighter, but you don't have opportunities. And maybe you're not willing to move away from your country or from your town because you don't want to be away from your family or away from your work because you have family, you have kids. So it's a very tricky question. And every person have a different reality. Maybe a guy like him already have a wife and kids. Okay, maybe a guy like him doesn't have a wife, doesn't have kids. So he can travel all over the world, you know, live in Thailand, living in San Diego, living in Brazil. No attachment anywhere. He can live with very little. Maybe he's a guy with a very big background in India. Maybe his dad is a very rich guy. All right, and at some point he sponsor him for the next life, you know. And when he retire, he come back to take care about the business of the family. So every person has a different story. So we have to see the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. No, he's single, and he just I think his routine needs to look way better than any other people, because he has to find the time for his job and then training and then recovery and then rest, right?
Yes.
And also the food matters in that situation, like how good you are eating. So I think start with those things, simple things, and then he can see his progress and act accordingly,
Yeah,
right?
it's very important. Be a very organized guy. When you're looking for that type of life, all right, be MMA fighter where you have to train so much. You have to be a very organized guy, a very intelligent guy, a very intelligent guy, because if he does things right, he can do everything, but he have to track the time, all right, for how long he gonna be doing this or that, for how long he gonna waiting for the manager fighting him a fight, for how long, you know what I mean? Maybe okay. Maybe they're gonna live in China, in India, but they're gonna be getting fine fights in China. All right, the market in China is getting bigger. Or the marketing in Philippines is getting bigger. You know what I mean?
Singapore,
Like maybe
yeah,
coming to United States, but you come into some other part of Asia where you can find fights and then feel like, man, I can make my living fighting this event. But you're gonna have to be a very smart
yeah,
guy.
that's true. This part of the world, especially Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Japan, Korea, ONE FC is really popular.
Yeah, ONE FC is one of those big events. All right, I believe, they love to have guys from different countries. All right, with good level of MMA fighting there. The same way they pull some Americans, the same way they pull, all right, some Brazilians. They'd love to pull some guys from India, from different countries to fight there to represent the country. And I believe this for the country can be
Exactly.
something amazing. Having a guy from India fighting there, imagine the whole country, supporting that guy. I remember when we used to have a guy from Italy fighting UFC, you know what I mean? That's brought so much popularity for him in Italy, you know what I mean? The first
True.
Brazilian guy fighting UFC. All right, I think this for India with such a big country, it'd be amazing for him, amazing for the country. Definitely can help to motivate some other kids, all right, to go into that path as well. I think it's a win-win situation.
That's true. That's true. Okay, cool. So one more question. One guy is asking, how important is weight training for combat sports?
Weight training is important for everything. For live, weight training is important. I think some people they don't like weight training at all. I believe this is not good. I believe kids they have to get some very close relation with weight training around 13, 14 years old. All right. First, you start feeling a little bit stronger for sports in high school, and some point going to college, feeling good about themselves. And but I believe weight training for any type of thing you do is very important. You don't have to be a huge guy. You don't have to go crazy. You don't have to take anything. But like having days a week where you take the time to yourself to challenge yourself, doing, instead of 8 pull-ups, do 11 pull-ups. Instead you do 10 bench press, do 20 lift. You know what I mean? Like I think you can earn a lot doing weight training that challenging yourself a lot. All right, I believe is very very important for people. They like to say, "Oh, I don't like lift. I just like jiu-jitsu. I just like yoga." No, I think weight training is something important for life. You're getting older. You're gonna need weight training.
Yeah,
Sometimes to pick it up something. All right, and sometimes your son is not around. Sometimes a young person is not around. You're 60 years old, and then you need help to carry this for your wife, and then you need to lift that. If you lift
yeah,
wrong, you hurt your back. You go
true.
to the hospital. You lift your right, you're good. You definitely can use a lot of jiu-jitsu technique to go down correctly, but have your muscles nice and tight to help yourself. I believe weight training.
Muscles, ligaments, especially good for ligaments, tendons, and
Of
joints.
course, this is very, very important. I believe like if people they still think weight training is just I don't want to get to this. You don't have to get too strong to do a weight training. It's just you have to feel your body nice and tight. All right, you have to feel your body all right, is do whatever he wants to do. You know, you can be a 30 years old guy, you know what I mean, and then see yourself in a way where certain things you not even try because you think you're not strong enough. And then the strong, I don't say
True, true.
this, the strong, I say that. All right. But sometimes you feel so weak over the years because you're not working some things to yourself, some challenges. You start feeling you're weak to try that, you're weak to try this, you're weak to go there. And I believe like the same way you have to have challenges in high school, in the gym, in jiu-jitsu, in yoga. You have to looking for ways to challenge yourself to give you a chance to become a stronger and more confident person, you know, in the future.
That's true, coach. That's a really good point. So, coach, I will not hold you for long. It's been 1 hour, more than 1 hour. So, any last words you want to say to our audience about Jiu-Jitsu, Corona situation, and all?
You know, I just believe like you know, so such a long time at home is hard. I think guys from there, like the guys from Brazil, we're so used to be around people. We're so used to be very friendly. We're so used to talk a lot with people. All right, and then I think in some point, not just you guys, but myself. All right, feeling not having contact with a lot of people really hurt me some days. But I believe we have to be very, you know, very positive. You know, at some point, all gonna pass. All right, we just have to keep ourselves stronger during that whole time, not just making ourselves stronger after. You know, right now, some days you're gonna
True.
feel bad. You go sleep. You have to wake up feeling good. You know what I mean? For a new day, looking for things, you know, to be active, to be productive, to be positive. You know, try to stay away from TV. Sometimes there's a lot of bad news out there. You know what I mean? Try hang out. Try call for some people you like to talk, like to having fun, and do things make you feel good. All right, do eat things make you feel good, even if it's a heavy thing, even if it's something gonna make you feel fat afterwards. But doesn't matter. I think like
Yeah.
some feelings will be very important. We continue to develop the sensation when we eat a good food, the sensation when we do exercise, the sensation when we're laughing from something. I think that we have to maintain during that whole time to making sure, you know, can make us stronger to go through all that. And definitely, I think my dream one day is try visit you guys. I love to
Yeah, you're always welcome,
I
coach.
love to set up one time to go over there. My sister and my mom, you know, they went to India a long time ago, and then I love to
Mhm.
go as well. I love to, you know, go over to the sightseeing, see what all people talk about it, understand a few things, do some yoga classes, go to some temples, all right, visit some villages, you know, watch some wrestling over there. I heard is a very big sport over there too. You know, with
Yeah.
a lot of local idols, a lot of, you know, even saw movies about, wrestlers from there. So it's definitely, I think it's a lot to know, you know, a lot to know about India. And then this is definitely something we can keep in contact to set up something, all right, to do something
Yeah,
together.
sure, coach. You're always welcome. Anytime you want to come, you're welcome here.
Yeah, no,
And
I think we're gonna have room. We're gonna have room maybe for a seminar. We're gonna have room to, to show some, to work self defense, to do a lot of different things. I'd like to spend a week there. You know what I mean? And then
yeah,
just having
sure.
chance to see the best of India. All right, and the best and the things is not so best, but it's important to show for everyone. I like to see both. I come from a place where, where you can see good things, but you understand the difference. All right, I believe in India in a lot of different things is like a very similar of Brazil. And then I grew up seeing both, and I think that's what's important for my kids understand too. They have to see both. I don't like bubbles. All right. I know in India we have a huge percent of a lot of people in one situation, a lot of people in another situation. So important for me to see both and then understand why some things happen this way or that way.
That's true, coach. Because every country, every part of the world have a different culture, different traditions, different situation with the peoples, and that's okay. Good and bad is everywhere. Poor and rich are everywhere also. Maybe it's not the same proportion, but things are everywhere,
Yes.
right? And the country like India, who has a vast variety, like a big land stretch, so many languages, tradition, and all, it will be very hard for you to see all in 1 week.
It's
But
hard.
it's a start.
Yeah, it's a start. So
Yeah,
hopefully 1 week you'll be at least to see like a, I don't know, 10%, 15%, and then
yeah,
hopefully become something,
something.
something, in my memory, what's making me coming back. But definitely I'm very curious
Yeah.
about the wrestling, the yoga, the temples, all right, the food. I heard the food is pretty good.
Oh, the
The
food.
food is good, correct?
Yeah.
And and I saw you guys speak a lot of different languages over there. We're gonna have to stick with one at least to making sure I can get some words. But I saw
Yeah.
each
Sure.
village sometimes, they speak different languages, so it's gonna probably be a lot for me. But hopefully I spend time with some good people and then we can have some fun.
Oh, you will definitely have fun. Don't worry about that.
Okay.
And yeah, you said that that's true also that we have to work on the things, and especially with the corona when we are stuck in home, it's okay. The situation is bad right now for the whole world. We understand that, but we doesn't have to feel anxious. We doesn't have to drive ourselves mad right now. With depression, anxiety, and all, because. Okay, situation is bad, but still we can use our time for something good. Maybe work on our skills, work on our maybe strength and conditioning. Work on our relationship with our friends, our family. Do some meditation,
Yeah, sometimes it's
do some peaceful thinking.
even read a book or getting a course or learning a new language. You know what I mean? Like you have different things you can do to keep your mind busy, and then some point you'll be taking something from those 2 or 3 months. I think that's the way to go. For someone's doing that, I think he definitely gonna come out from this, much stronger. You know what I mean? But someone just
Yeah,
wasting the time thinking about feeling bad about himself or question why God, why this, why that, but not doing nothing. I think that guy gonna run behind, and that's not gonna be good for him.
exactly right. Because that's the way of either you use the time or time will use you. Because time is ticking away.
Yeah,
Time is not going to stop for anyone,
of course.
and we all have definite amount of time. We are not immortals. We all have to go, right?
Yes.
Nobody stayed in this earth for even a second more than their definite time, which was allotted to them. You believe in any other way, but we all have definite time, right? So
Yes.
it's up to us how we use that.
But
If we going to use that for some constructive purpose, some a good thing, that will affect our life afterwards. Maybe at the same time, but afterwards also. Otherwise, if we will just get depressed and anxious and getting eating and fat and driving ourselves crazy, it's going to bite in the ass.
agree. I agree. I agree. So I think that's what I'm doing. I finished some different things here and really happy with the things I worked the last 2 months here. I still have probably a month, another month at home. And then I'm already planning things to do. All right. During that time I'm gonna be home. But yeah, don't make a lot of time to complain. It's just looking for the opportunities, looking for connect with some people and find new friends, making new friends, new people. So I think having chance to use the internet to connect with some new people, I think is amazing. I met a guy from India before doing the seminars, but you pretty much will be my first contact in my tour in India, you know, in the future. So hopefully happen one day. But I think that's the smart way to go.
Yeah, coach, for sure. We will be really thankful if you will come someday here.
Okay, all right.
And coach, really thanks for for this all valuable knowledge, sharing your experience, helping us with the your thinking and way to go. And we really had good time. And I hope it was same for you. And we'll like to see you more. So today, coach, big thanks. And I think we should take a leave now. Your dog is waiting for you. So, what kind of dog you have, anyway, coach?
Huh?
What kind of dog you have?
I have two. I have a golden retriever, and I have a Pomeranian.
Okay.
Golden retriever.
Golden retriever and what?
And Pomeranian.
Ah, okay.
Pomeranian is the little one, and I have a cat as well.
Ah, I understand. Oh, that's
you
good.
like dogs?
Yeah, I like dog. I had the San Bernard.
Remember now? Oh, it's a big one.
He recently died, yeah, few months ago. Yeah, it was really intelligent, very like lovable dog.
Yeah. Golden is a very good dog for kids as
I mean,
well. We're probably gonna go walk with him now. The weather start getting better here finally, and then go walk with the kids and skateboard a little bit, have some fun outside, and come back to eat later.
Yeah, true. And spending time with the dogs is always good time.
Always good, man. Always good. Those guys, they know how to treat you. They know how to really warm you. It's good.
True. So, coach, really, thank you for today.
Thank you so much.
And
all right, I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah.
And anything you need, just send a message. All right, I'll be more than happy to help you.
Yeah. Cool. Sure, coach.
All right.
So, namaste.
Namaste.
Bye, guys. We'll see you soon. Thank you, coach.
Thank you. Bye-bye.